just the best feeling in the world. And then, one of my favourite things to do, say we've had a run of gigs or something, or festivals, say you're doing on a weekend, and we'll do a big show. I love the Sunday when you're hungover as hell, and you just feel horrible, but at the same time you're thinking, that was mint. You know what I mean? Like what we just did yesterday or whatever, you're like... Yeah. Or like coming off stage when you've just smashed a show, and then you just go, right, let's get on it. And then I always liken it to being on a stag do with your mates, but every weekend, because it's like when we're playing together, because it is just a group of silly mates that want to get hammered and enjoy themselves playing a bit of music at the same time. It is just like being on a stag do.
It's totally the one thing I must admit I'm envious of my friends of now. Like I look at, because do you know like a football chant or something as well, or when you're on a stag do or football? I used to play football. I've done my knee in now, I can't play. I bloody miss that, like chanting together or lads,
the camaraderie.
Lads, all
absolutely.
That. Like, but there's something tribal in there, deep rooted.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I'm part of something. I'm fully involved. Everybody's going, and there's no crazier, great come up than that.
Oh, of course, yeah, absolutely.
Being a solo artist, doing solo shows, doing solo missions all the time, it is the one thing I fully miss out on. So I've got envy towards it, but when I see it as well, I'm like, oh, that's got to be the nicest feeling.
Yeah, it's the same as like, say people obsess over football for all their lives and being a part of that team. It's exactly the same principle, but it's like Ferocious Dog was really interesting because they're all a bit older than me, or certainly the guys that were in the band when I joined, who were like, it was great to see blokes that are older and they've got families, they've got houses and kids, and they've got all their lives together, who were just as silly and immature as I am. And it just makes you realise that I'm going to be the same when I'm their age. And I'm still going to love a good time. I'm still going to want to go out and get hammered.
They've got families as well now. Kids and...
Yeah, until recently, our new guitarist Ryan joined. All of them have got kids.
Okay, wow. How old's the new guitarist Ryan?
He's a year older than me. He's 25.
Oh, wicked. So you've got some youth in there now too.
And... But yeah, we're called... There's like a gang of us that sort of... Because after shows, we've got the bus with the beds on and that. So it's like... When we're touring, there's always been a gang. A couple of them might get hotels and stuff if they want to get to bed, but there's always been a gang of us that are always just every show are like, yeah, let's smash it, and then we'll go straight out afterwards, and we'll end up crashing on the bus, or we'll go back to the bus when everywhere closes and have a few on there again, and then because you go to bed at like 7:30 or something on the bunk, and then you just wake up outside the next venue at like 3:00 in the afternoon, and time for sound check.